What I'm going to do here is make a rivet tool for doing the rivets on that aluminum tape that the TU4 is covered with. And what we do is start with a piece of glass. Tape down a piece of cardstock. This cardstock's about 10-12 thousandths thick. And I have here a piece of lithoplate that we're going to make the tool out of by poking a lot of holes in it. So we want to secure the lithotape on top of the cardstock, which is on top of the glass. Now if we wanted to, we could just take a straight edge and then poke holes with an awl through the lithoplate, and the cardstock acts as a spacer and only allows the awl to go down to the glass. The glass will stop the awl. So every time we poke a hole in the lithoplate, it's going to end up the same size. It just so happens my model is 15th scale, so I have this rule with a bunch of holes in it that came from Micromark, and the holes happen to be a 1/16 of an inch apart. So that works out well for doing the TU4. So what we want to do is fasten the rule down on top of the lithoplate, which is on top of the cardstock, which is on top of the glass. Now all we do is we're going to take the awl and we're just going to go along, and every 1/16 inch hole we're going to place the awl and go all the way down. I usually make a strip about 12 inches long because basically that's about the longest panel that I have to rivet on the B29 TU4. This seems a little tedious, but it goes quite fast. Especially with this rule that has the holes every 1/16 of an inch. So all I'm doing is pressing the awl down through the lithoplate until it hits the glass, stops, and I spin it a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way down here, and 12 times 16, somewhere 160 or so, if I remember correctly. So every time on the model we do a 12-inch strip of rivets, we'll be putting 160 rivets on the model. Now some of the panel lines where the panels are butted together on the B29, they use a double offset row of rivets. So what you do is you'll make up a quad row of offset rivets, and then align the center of the double rolls on the panel line, and then you'll be putting somewhere close to 500 rivets down every time you use the tool. Okay, once you take it apart here, you end up with rows of holes, 1/16 of an inch apart. There's a little burr on the back side of it, so what you do is you take some 400 sandpaper and you run it down the back side about 4 times, and that'll take the peaks off of it, and you end up with a nice row of rivets, 1/16 of an inch apart, and they're all the same diameter. And all you have to do is apply it to the model. To do that, figure out where your row of rivets goes, tape down the tool so that it doesn't move, and then just with your fingernail or a wooden tool, you run it across 1 time, take it off, and you'll have a nice set of row of rivets. And you just keep on going.